What's up, man? How you doing?
I was home resting.
Huh?
I was at home resting.
You was at home resting?
Sorry, man. Long week.
Yeah. So what do I gotta do to get more fittings, man? Like, come on. I want to just
get busy.
I want to just split them with her. Just 50-50.
No,
you
that's
know?
not 50-50's never happened. I told you that already.
50-50 is never gonna happen?
No.
Why not?
Because when Paul first came on board, she was getting all of it.
Okay.
Overflow was going your way. And then she got, had her difficulties with the kid and everything. And that's when she started passing all the work to you. But I told you, it's always her choice first. Always call it first. That was the deal when I hired her.
Man, that just bites for me because I would think it'd be 50-50. So because there's two of us in the area, you could split it up. There's enough work that we could split pretty evenly and have plenty of work to be done.
Well, it'll get
and
busy.
there'll be times where I won't be able to do a fitting and I'll hand it to her, just like there's times where she can't do a fitting and hands it to me. But it shouldn't be that I just get an incidental fitting on an occasion. I would like to be able to get, some work, couple, 2, 3 weeks, depending on how many you have. But if you got 5, I could see me getting 2 and her getting 3. I can see that being a fair trade. I have a kid too.
Well,
I have bills too. It's not like I'm sitting around.
She doesn't have
doing
another
it.
job either, though.
The only reason I have this job, the only thing this job provides me is medical insurance because Zoll doesn't provide that for me. That's not my fault. I'm saying this job provides me medical insurance. I would be looking for more work from Zoll if that was the case. Or I'd be looking for another job. I'm in a bind too, just like everyone is. It's a money issue, but I can see there being a fair, reasonable, even 50-50.
I think it's fair right now. It has been fair.
It's fair for me to get 1 fitting a week.
Some weeks are slow.
How many fittings did you have last week? There was like 6 last week. This week there's been 6 of them. This will be 6.
How would you know there was even 6?
I just know.
Somebody's gonna get in trouble for that one. So okay, it is what it is. I will always defer to Paula. Paula, can you do it? If she says yes, it's hers. That's what I told you when you came on board. The exact same words.
That wasn't what you told me, but that's fine.
I said no. I told you that I always pass them to Paula first. But right now she's got a lot of things going on, so there's going to be a lot of stuff coming back. But once she gets up and running, it'll always still be her first choice. And even when she was passing them all, I'd always ask her first. I'd always call her first and say, hey, no, give it to Tyler. No, give it to Tyler.
I've always been fine with being 50-50. I've always been that way. Because when I signed up, there was never that in the contract, never that in the agreement that I signed with Zoll.
Never anything in the contract.
Right, there's never any of that in what I signed with Zoll.
You might get 1 a month. There aren't any guarantees in there. You'll have to wait till we get
Paula's
busy.
got a lot of guarantees because obviously she gets all of them first. So why is she on the first, the first one?
I told her when I hired her that everything was gonna go through her first.
Okay, so I'm just trying to find out what I can do to get more fittings. It definitely doesn't seem fair.
Tyler, you've done some stupid things to piss off. Number one, you pissed her off a lot.
How did I piss her off?
Oh my gosh, you discussed that with her, okay? But you more than made her.
So we're having this. We don't have anything now. I'm sorry.
I have some quarters. What do you need? Money?
She wants a cigarette. We don't smoke.
Sorry.
I pissed off Paula, so I'm not getting fittings.
More than once. No. Okay. Before you start one of your goofy emails here, okay?
I'm asking a question.
No. Well, you need to ask her that question because she's got like a whole list of things written down that you've said and the stupid things and this and that, whatever. And I'm like, just ignore them, just ignore them, just ignore them. All right? That's you. That's this. I'm being man to man telling you up front.
That's
what you
fine.
do with it afterwards, be careful again, okay? Because then you do other things that not only annoy me then really annoy my boss, stuff like that. Then you make things really worse. And you think you're doing something, protecting it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay,
So I know you. I
1099.
know you, boss, and I know Paula.
What's some of the things that you do?
Like what?
I'm going to leave that unsaid. I'll let you figure out the rest. Anyhow. So, and I'm not talking to a dummy here. We know what's going on.
I don't. That's why I'm asking. But okay, go ahead.
Anyhow. So, the bottom line is, it'll still be a majority of the work that goes to her. We will get busier. This last 3 weeks, last 6 weeks actually, have not been like my norms. I just got to 10 today. 10 devices in 2 weeks. Which means maybe out of that, 7 will get fit. Today will be the 7th. will get fit.
Okay.
So where you're getting your numbers, I'm not sure. And then we're going to be splitting the territory. The territory gets split January 3rd. We're bringing on another rep. So that rep will have half the town. I'll have the other half.
Okay, so will I go to that rep then and work with that rep?
You'll be introduced to that rep, and I'll tell that rep to use you as much as she can,
Okay.
or he can. We're looking at a couple of girls right now, but it could be a guy. Who knows? I mean, Dan makes that final decision. So, I mean, that's all I can tell you right now.
So are you over that rep then, or
No, I won't be over that rep.
you're equal, kind of equal?
They'll be able to do whatever they want. I'm not going
Okay.
to say, hey, look, I've had problems with Tyler. I've had complaints on Tyler. I'm not going to say anything like that. I'm going to say Tyler's a good PSR. Simple as that.
Okay.
Paula's a good PSR. Simple as that.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything other than that.
No,
What
that's
you
cool.
did with Paula, that was your mistake.
What did I do with Paula? I don't
Talk to
know.
her.
I'm asking
Call
you.
her.
I'm trying to find out.
Call her. I do not remember her details. All I do know is that when she was going through some difficulties, and when she would pass off the work to you and stuff like that, there were things that you text to her or said to her or whatever that were real snide, and that's something you need to take up with her.
That's fine. I'll apologize because I never meant to be snide to her. Never was rude to her ever.
Again,
And I have copies of
today
all the texts.
She's so is she, and she just got hacked off about something you just text now, and she was telling me about it. Like,
I just asked her if I could do a fitting because I haven't done hardly any of this. I did one this
I
whole
don't
week.
think it was just that. I think it was something else more than just doing a fitting.
Right, and I asked her, is she in charge of the fittings or are you? Like, who?
That's-
That's what I asked her.
Why would you even ask a question like that?
Because the way she talks to me.
Well, before you told me that I wasn't in charge of things. It was Robin.
That's what I was told.
Well, by whom? Me?
By them at
Oh,
ACs. They
please,
said,
please.
the air account coordinator said to me, do it the way we want it done only
Tyler,
because we cut
Tyler,
your check.
Who got you hired here?
I understand.
Who sends you the work?
I understand that. That's
Did
what
those guys send you the work, or did I send you the work?
I'm telling you what I'm told by
I
Zol.
don't care.
I can only be done what
I
I'm
don't
told
care.
by
I told
Zol.
you that at that conversation. I said, don't care.
I know you don't care
And
what's
then-
told by Zol.
Yeah,
I know
and-
that.
And so, this is my territory. That's not their territory. None of those guys up there get paid on this territory. None of those guys deal with the pressure that I deal with. None of those guys have a number they're responsible for. None of those guys have daily texts, emails, and everything else they have to deal with this. It's me. This territory revolves around me, always.
Okay.
That's the way it is in any sales job. So,
Well, it's just it sucks for me because I'm being shorted a bunch of money, and I knew when Paul would start doing fittings again that she would be doing more fittings. I was fine with that. I had just was under the impression from you and our discussions that it would be more in an equal share, 50-50 of the fittings, like alternating
this
as
is
they
at least
go
the third
through.
or fourth time that I told you I'm going to run stuff by her first to see if she can do it. She has nothing.
That's not my fault.
Okay, then don't tell me that you're only getting one or two in this job and you don't have nothing. Not my fault. Right?
Okay, well,
It will get busier, I can tell you that.
that doesn't mean I'm going to get the fittings you're saying. Just because it gets busier doesn't mean I'll get the work.
There is no way that Paula will be able to keep up with two people in here. There's no way. And not only that, I don't even think that she'd want to try it. If she had like 10 fittings a week, I don't think she'd do it. Then I could see a situation where it would be more like 5 and 5. But I can promise you it will get busier.
Okay.
That I know.
Okay.
And that means there's going to be more devices for you too.
Well, I wish I would know what I did to, other than that fitting of the patient, to offend you and Dan, supposedly. Because Dan hasn't told me I've offended him or bothered him.
Nobody can say anything. Not in today's world. Not with emails and all this other stuff. Nobody can say anything.
What do you mean
So,
nobody can say anything?
That's just the way it goes. That's life.
So you can't tell me anything that I've done wrong or anything that's gone
Well,
on?
because anything I say, you could turn around and put it in an email to the company.
But what have I done wrong is my question.
That. Okay.
I'm just trying
You
to
gotta
understand.
Okay.
So that I know if I
You
want
have to
do
remember,
the future.
I'm not your boss.
Right?
Okay.
Right?
I can't hire you. I can't fire you. All I
Correct.
can do is put your name in, and they'll hire you and use you, and that's it.
Correct.
I cannot tell you what to do. Okay.
But you are ultimately in control of whether I make money
Work or not? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, which is what I tried to impart to you before, and you argued to death with it.
I only argued what I was told by Zol to argue. That's all I was told.
But it caused me a problem with a doctor.
Okay.
Because I can't operate that way. And you already know that. And you came over and apologized for it too.
I did apologize
Okay.
for pissing you off
Okay.
because I wasn't intending to piss you off. I was only doing what I was told from Zoll. They tell
When
me,
we're
quote
on the- when
unquote,
we're on
we
the
cut your
phone,
check.
And I'm telling you, Tyler, okay, listen to me,
Right?
okay? You better forget what everybody else is saying. That's all I'm telling you. And you should have thought about that when you were arguing and everything stuff. Do those guys give you the work or do I give you the work? That's what you should have been thinking. You made a mistake.
Okay, well, I'm going by what they told me. They cut my check.
Again,
I'm
they
just
cut-
telling you.
How do they get the money to cut you a check?
I don't know. I'm
Where
just
do
going
they
by
get
what
the
I'm
funds
told.
to do that? From me.
Okay?
It emanates from me.
So this
You didn't understand that. That's what pissed me off.
so this is payback then to me.
Payback? No,
or
this is not payback.
Like
This
a
is
grudge
timing.
or what?
This is timing.
Okay?
The timing is Paula is now in a situation where she's got coverage for her kid,
Okay?
and she wants to work. She wants to go back to a